Greetings, 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 free people. I came across this information today, Rush Times, and I find it a bit humorous. Yeah, funny in fact. I've never seen this clip before, so I direct the ones them for check out this Rush Times platform, YouTube channel. I just come across it, so I'm gonna check it out later, but I just choose to present this information accordingly. So we're gonna just go ahead and step into it.
Driver, you can't drive on now, look. Driver, you need to comply with the police. Yeah, you might say, man, let's hear man, say, go on that station, man. Yo, them man, that's it. I'm not sure. I need them coming, I'm not sure. Let's hear man, I said that. Alright, mommy, speak up, mommy, speak up. Not speak up, mommy. Speak up, mommy, speak up. Mitiarin.
Now, I don't know what this is. I really don't know what it is about, where it is, but at the first me I see this clip. Now, standard operating procedure. As funny as this situation might be, why it's funny? Because normally we usually see it the other way around, where the police actually beat the presumed citizens. So when I say this brethren react this way, one, I'm really lucky because the police, even though the police small and probably weaker, still have a gun on him, have a firearm. So the police exercise a lot of restraint. I can see that because most man won't take that kind of embarrassment when them have an advantage. Like, a weapon. A man gonna get upset and say like, oh, yes, a big and strong and really a threaten me. Me have to use this weapon. So the police in this case, I give him credit even though people might say I'm a fool and all of these things. And yeah, him show a whole lot of restraint. Yet, we are saying, what is the standard operational procedure? You know what I mean? If you tell a man, say, yeah, we are under arrest on these things, you shouldn't let it get to this extent. Yeah, man. It should never get, cause this could have turned out any which way. This man yeah, big and strong and powerful, could have disarmed the police, and if him have bad intent, it turn out, ugly. As well as the police could have chose not to, you know, use no kind of restraint and decide, say, watch me, I try, do my work and arrest this man. And this man are just big and strong and a bully me. See them a video there, so me have to take action. And I'm quite sure I'm gonna go in a court and win, given the situation of this island. Say, boy, there is no real law here. Yeah, man. So again, the ones that have to get them training in order and stop use this arrogance and ego and this, because a police is supposed to be right. I don't know how this case turn out, how it work out, how it, and if it even go anywhere. But again, we have said the interaction with the civil, and the police. This is what we have said. Sometimes it's not really harmonious. And we have to have some kind of process in place to de-escalate these kind of situations. Because not everybody probably articulate enough or even, brave enough, because sometimes you know you're right, you know the police is wrong, but you're just afraid. Yeah, some people literally are just cowards, but you have people who are not necessarily a coward, but them have different concerns. So them must say them now want, them would just submit. But I would advise people, so once you have any interaction with any public officer or even their policy enforcers, the best course of action is first to get clarity, because usually these people can read and write on a basic level. So them are gonna tell you, say, boy, you did something wrong, or you're a criminal, or you break some law, and you're gonna try, ascertain, what law did you break, by asking, what have I done wrong? And if them say you did this and you have to go to the police station, you're under arrest, don't fight. Once the police say you're under arrest, then it's not just being detained. And if him say you're being detained, him gonna tell you the reason why you're being detained. And I'm not for you fuss and fight and get physical about. And this is for my people specifically. And I have no authority for us talk to everybody generally. We can't do that. This is why I say, boy, for my West Indian people, and specifically for the Awakans. Yeah. So we are say, and I say, you are submitting, what you are trying to do is maintain your lawful capacity. This is why I say, you ask, you know what I mean? Is there contract between me and you, officer? And the officer, I could probably tell you, say yes, because the officer probably do have a contract with you. Who knows? Because if him don't have a contract with you, I don't think him gonna try to enforce any kind of legal standards, alternatively use as rules and regulation, guise as laws or corporate policies or bylaws. Him probably have such a contract, and him probably can present such a contract. So hence, that's the authority for him to do whatever and choose to do, because you have consent to that. I'm not sure. The only way we can be sure if you inquire about such. That's why we are sharing information from a different perspective. We not try, either say educate criminals. No, we are dealing with law, because the moment you are a criminal or engage in criminal activity, then the law applied to you, because you're a criminal. But how I want to go verify that fact? All you have to do is resort to what constitute a crime, the elements of a crime. That means the maxims of a crime, the authoritative principles, that is being expressed as guidelines. So once we can deduce that, which is elements of a crime, then we can identify what constitutes a crime or what a crime is. This is why it is a kind of shoot at the traffic area. We're not talking about law enforcement officers. Law enforcement officers are my public servants. We don't have an issue, because them are enforce law, not policy, not legal standards. There is a distinction. Yeah, man, there is a distinction, and when we don't have it, then this is the state of condition where say the people and the populace behave adversarial only because of the lack of knowledge. There's no respect on both sides. Why? Because they choose to ignore or abandon discussion. Remember, it has been said, make a paraphrase, conflict is an inhumane and despicable thing. Conflict. Yeah, man. So conflict between ones and ones will always occur naturally. You see it in nature. But we who are on a higher level with what I'm called nasama, where we have cognition, then we should be able to, distinct or differentiate the difference, or, that's it. Not just verbally express, but apply the distinction between right and wrong. That's all it is, And you only can do that when you apply yourself, just allows me and tell you, say, hey, this is what it is. There is no harmony because there is too much fallacies. And when I say fallacies, we are talking about untruth, lies, incomplete, that's a concept where them promote, that's a theory opposed to practicality. This is why there's a distinction between law and legal, lawful and legality, two separate and distinct things. One is an adjective, which is legal, or legality is an adjective which describe or modify law, which is the noun. So the legality can never be the noun. And then when you express what law is, it have to be some kind of thing that have binding effect, which can only apply to contractual agreements. And as I have expressed, when they must say what is law, it's not just the federal rules that we look out there or regulations. No. It's the agreement to such and the stipulation of such in its specificity, being specific. That's what constitutes the law. In other words, each agreement, the terms of such, is the law of that specific agreement. This is why we say when people use generalized term, it's deceptive, or it can be deceptive. This is why we always choose to be specific. So when we say West Indian, yes, it's a generalized term. But when we say Awak West Indian American, that's more specific. Why? Because Awak separate us from every other West Indians as a tribe, as a group, as a community, a society, or nation. This is why when them used to looking at the ancient times, them say, round here we have numerous nations, but Babylon rearrange all of these concepts and bring their own definition to things. Yeah, man. And since my day so I can touch upon a little thing where I have ones-on-ones we share information with me by way of Facebook. I want to come across some information and then share it. Most of it are some African thing, but what I realize is that them a mix up the modern, the Africa with the ancient Alkebulan or the ancient Africa, then put it that way, because the ancient Africa governed and run by the Kushite Empire, where you hear them talk about the Nimrods and all of these kind of ones. But the modern Africa I come from what them calling, the Moors. That's where them a celebrate the Moors of Spain when they rule over that area in Asia and North Africa and, the Arab countries and, So then we are say, hey, black people, Moors, and mix everything together. But true, me know there is a distinction. Me not really, get carried away. Cause I tell you already, when you colonize, meaning enslave, that's your state of condition. So your view, your concept, everything about you is such. But when you become uncolonized, you're in a whole different arena. Your views, your perspective, your concept, everything is different. So I say this forgive clarity for the ones them where I know them sincere in them learning process, but I'm always here for say it never cease. Learning not stop. So, we can't limit ourselves because we just come across some information today and we say, oh yeah, that is it. Yeah, it not cease. So just be patient out there and continue to learn and continue to grow. It's just that some people is a little bit ahead of others, and that is natural. You have some other people are just naturally trendsetters, them just come and rearrange and change everything naturally. So ones of us work within, yeah, their, say, limitation or their unlimitation. Work within your scope. Yeah, the amount of information we have where you can express, and articulate and share, then we always can welcome it, irrespective of how it is. I guess you can learn from all different, set of information. So whatever is useful, you take and use, and whatever you don't need, you can discard and move along in your growth process. It is a process. So for most people, we're content with being limited. You know what I mean? In other words, I must say, what them have now, it's it, and it's everything. Then nothing wrong with that. That's where you are. That's who you are. But never just look at yourself in your limited state and presume that everybody is that way. No such thing. This is why we say we need to apply ourselves for ourselves so we can deduce the distinction between what is law and what is legal, what is right and what is wrong. Yeah, man, what is lawful and what is unlawful. The Babylonian, the police, will always say the law, but all you have to do is say, be specific. What law are we talking about? If you talk about statutory law, it cannot apply to the living man. You understand? This is why I hear me say, you can't be that citizen unless you agree to such. And I'll go in any court and express it this way. And if a court, any agent can rebut it, place it on the court record for discussion. Yeah, man. So, we just share information upon our level. Not to impress no one. It's just to express our state of condition. Yeah, man. And I share the distinction between what is right and wrong, what is lawful and what is unlawful. So when you hear a police officer talk about law, they must be specific. Because the only law what them swore an oath of allegiance to is the constitutional laws. You understand? Not any public policy. You know what I mean? The statutory law have to conform to the common law we created. The statutory law could not be in existence without first there was the common law. And when we say common law, we are talking about the area where without a contract, nothing is enforceable without an express written contract. Common law. But Babylonian people will take you away from that area by way of threat, duress, and coercion or silent deception, an inducement to participate in their commercial fraud. Let's watch this again.
Go to the station. Go to the station. Yes, sir. Yeah, master. Yeah, master, man. I make it easy, man. I tell them to make a mash up. I tell them to go to the station. Yeah, master. Driver, you can't drive now, look. Driver, you need to comply with the police. Yeah, man. Let's hear, man. Let's go to the station, man. Yeah, them, man. That's it. I'm not sure. I mean, them coming, I'm not sure. Let's hear, man. I said that.
The right thing the people I'm saying, if more police come, them now go be as, restraining or practice the restraint where the first police have. They must really practice well. Him probably is one of them good police that will just not want to shoot nobody. You understand? And him totally comprehend the fact that this man is just probably upset because of the situation. But I'm quite sure if there was a second or a third police officer there, especially the young one here were just yangy and gangster, this man here would have get, if not unalive, he would have get beat up, mashed up. So this is why I keep on express And not necessarily say, hey, you comply and then complain. No, you get clarity. Make sure there is contract, because this is the way you're going to bring a trespass claim against them. In addition to them violation of the oath of allegiance, where them subscribe their own oath and place out there on the public. So I'm like, them out there work and them work voluntarily. No, them have to ensure, them have to get bond and they're limited. But when the people not have enough knowledge, then all of them action are gonna seem arbitrary. Them just come and say them are God, and anything them say is law, and if you not comply, them just destroy you. And when they go in a court, then destroy you. And any which party got, then destroy you. Until they get knowledge and push back and correct them, stop them in them track. Because they are only employees by them employer, who are all public servant. Them not there as not God. But if you behave and carry and conduct yourself like that subject slave, then you'll be treated that way. Most of the time, even the very police don't want to learn the information that we share, when we express their limitation. They don't want to know that. Because to some of them, it's not to their advantage. It will restrict their presumed authority. Make them know that there is rules of conduct what I'm supposed to go by to avoid these kind of unnecessary confrontation. Because for one, if me a police and me have to go encounter this man, me have to make sure I call for backup. Even if me big and him small, me not go trust the fact that and me and him alone out there as a police, because me I say, you don't suppose him have all a brethren somewhere where have a sick head, where the side say, nah, come in on a war and just want to stay from afar and shoot. So me would have to have backup before me I confront any one of these ones. So these cowboy type of police where I say them are the baddest thing and go on with themselves, them have the reason why, them know why them can do that. But when you're lawful, you don't do nothing like that. When you uphold your oath and the proper operation and conduct, you're not gonna behave like that, like no renegade cop, like no rogue cop, where you want your body count high. You won't be the unlawful people that operate that way. Hold on, people. You got me, Julie? Yeah, that's what I like. What my daughter comes say, yeah? Y'all got Roy? Oh boy, may I come then? Yeah, man. I make this play for a few and come right forward.
Go to the station. Go to the station. Yes, sir. Yeah, master. Yeah, master, man. I make it the bad man. I say I come back on my shop. Let's see, master. Go to the station. Yeah, master. Driver, you can't drive now, look. Driver, you need to comply with the police. Yeah, man. Let's see, man. I go on the station, man. Yo, them man, that's it. I'm not sure. I need them coming, I'm not sure. Let's see, man. I said that.
mommy. Speak up. Not speak up, mommy. Speak up, mommy. Speak up. Me tearing. Brother, beg you for me tearing, elder. Please and thanks. Me not tell me date of birth. Elder me a deal with that. You don't know respect elder. So me no elder me respect. Elder, please and thanks for my tearing. You know, say if you did give me tearing, you would have to ask me that elder with all of my respect. Would have given me ID long time. Because why are you the prisoner? Because of you were obstructing the police by conducting this lawful. What do you mean obstructing the police? Disorderly conduct. They are out here in our public. Causing people to be disturbed while going about their lawful abode. I mean, alone did out there. Indecent language. I mean, alone did out there. I mean, alone did out there. Or refusing to produce a name and address to the police. Elder, you come out, this is the first thing this man that comes slap me and me tongue can't tell me say me assault him. You don't need to argue, sir. I'm going to ask you again. So where you try to say? Where you try to say? What charge you have? What charge you have, bro? See, camera just to record you know all about, you know. So that's you when you hit me in my chest. You hear elder? That's you when you hit me in my chest. Elder, me now give me my TRN and me give you my ID. You process my ID and give back my ID. What you hold on for my TRN for? For what reason? What information? Then what you know? A brute force you know I use, you know. Brute force you know I use. Brute force you know I use. Brute force you know I use. John R. Brown 9.
So this is the next segment of the video I'm going to come across. And this is where me hear a brethren interact with the police. Them are all right. Remember me I telling us the police have a style of art to present your identity, you know, license and registration and insurance. Now, when you're not traveling in an automobile on the roadway, but in this case, this brethren are there in place of employment and on the property where the employment sit down, the location. Hence, the police, for whatever reason, a demand TRN, a demand identify, and a demand, listen, a demand, and if this money don't comply, then go and beat him to sickness or arrest him. And most people will say, in better listen to the law and listen to the authority. And for what when I try says this, there is no law where stipulates a man where in our costume saying him a police. You understand? You can demand absolutely anything at all from you without reasonable suspicion of you or commit some kind of criminal activity. And if you got, you know, presume say you're a criminal and you want to arrest you, this is what I tell people. Make them arrest you and then you challenge it. You challenge it. The moment you're not a criminal, you have the absolute right to challenge the authority, the control, which is what they call jurisdiction of these presumed public servants, public officers, or public officials. All of them are servants in the public, irrespective of what I'm presumed. Some are in official capacity, while others are not. The official capacity is when this gentleman right here, who is presumed to be a police officer, can present his identification to verify such. And when he going to do that now, he going to present the contract what authorize him to interact with you. Present that contract. present your identification to verify who you are, present the contract to authorize our interaction. And from there, we move forward. Without that, you're breaking the law. What law? The law that said there has to be contract will give you authority or authorization, period. You understand? Because whatever contract, the terms within the contract or the stipulation will express what it is. Then you're not going to have to wonder why you require my ID. Because I agree for show you my ID when you demand it. Now, if me have a driver's license and them I can presume that as a contract, I'll rebut that too. Why? Because in our contract, there must be full disclosure. Without full disclosure, the contract is null and void. So you challenge every aspect. You understand? Or whatever presentment or foreign agents operating as public servant presents out there, whether they might express it verbally or present it in writing. Yeah, man. Literally. So again, on us, boy, we untie these things. We have said, bring correctness, bring clarity. Yeah, who and what you think you presume authority apply to? I say it's only a piece of paper, and that paper is my surety. That's why me and my surety part. So when these corporate entities want to interact, then we can present myself as, yeah, a living soul manifest as man. And then we can also present my legal person, which is my surety. Hence, we have a separation of entity. Now the court will have to remove the generality and be specific. Who or whom do you wish to interact with, and by what authority? Why people now ask me how me I go and say them. Yeah, man, because I tell you, so them location I carry its own energy, and when this brethren I will name Awa step out in a YouTube from about 2016, 17, yeah, it's a different thing going on out there. More time I have to listen to my tape again for really appreciate this, because most of the time I do not have a script, but that's a chant. And sometimes, yeah, when I replay the tape, I'm like, wow. I forgot to go do some more research, because I said, I never even, yeah, I'm only scratching the surface here. Some more time you see ones and ones out here, yeah, man, it's a different thing I go on spiritually, but it will go over most people were not aligned on that frequency. Them are gonna miss it, them are gonna say, for them level of information where them can grasp and comprehend. This is why we say we speak a whole heap of parables more time, but we always come around and express the clarity. I'm gonna tell you, we don't want to regurgitate, we want to retain. So we have place information inside of you, so it will eventually blossom and grow naturally. Yeah, man. So this thing is interested when the police are demand, you know what I mean? Compel performance. Why? I must say, yo, you better give me a TRN. This brethren is a knowledgeable brethren. Heal this brethren here. This brethren are what you call a walk. Yeah, but them would think so them are maroon and all different kind of thing. But is it just like the brethren where rebel against the police officer so them a fight him off? Or the Awak bloodline type of thing. That. Yeah, man. The one that were non-submissive, you know? Not saying I'm a criminal, you know, but they must say, yo, deal with me with human dignity. Yeah, arrest me, that's fine. I'm not adverse to being arrested, but when I say treat me with human dignity, treat me with respect as a man, that's all we are said. Especially when we are not criminal. When you are criminal and express yourself as such is a whole different ball game. God, the police officer who is enforcing law have absolute right to engage any criminal anytime, anywhere. They don't need permission for that. Why? Because they might enforce law. You know what I mean? And you can't just presume a man a criminal or assume a man a criminal. So it's stated saying must be convicted in a court of law as such for move arbitrarily against an individual. So in order for you to move arbitrarily against a man or a woman, the court have already convict them as a criminal. And if you see the man out there where you know him a criminal or do criminal activity, you can't get in the way of that. You understand? The law enforcement officers is there for that. Now what is questionable is when law enforcement officer is supposed to enforce the law, but them a make traffic stop. And them now just make traffic stop for make sure say you're not criminal. Them a enforce corporate policy and guise it as law. You understand, where there is no victim of a crime in a them traffic area, but them are enforce law. This is when I say we have to hold them and call them out for what it is. This is why I say all are complicit. You understand? This is why I say what is law? Which judge can come in front of me and express to me what is law without repeating what I have shared? Which judicator on this island call my good brethren, my learned friend, Chief Judge Chester Crooks, and ask him to express what law is? Go ahead and call him boss, Chief Justice Brian Sykes. None of them can express law. Ask even our old footballer, our general, Chief Justice David Batts. These guys can't express to you what law is. How can they? The only way them do that is if them are going to repeat what I have present out there verbatim. Because them is in a legal capacity. So them can only express legality. That's why I call them society, a legal society. And when them are expressed to you, the colonized folks, as law, they are expressed to honor in its clarity and totality. So it's not law, it's legality. Because the corporate government is operating as an agency. And an agency in its business capacity can only issue legal standards. Alternatively used as rules and regulations. Yeah, which is corporate process. Are their corporate agencies bylaws, separate and distinct from what is being taught out there as law? My people, again, contract make law, but you have to be specific. Which judge out there, which magisterial clerk out there, tag my good brethren, yeah, Sir Hart up there in Nantucket. Let's tag them ones there, tag the learned people, so-called. God, this our level. We are rearranged. Yeah, the concept, the psychology. We are rearranged the point of view. And this is how we bring clarity, my people. If you not express it, they're not gonna know it. Yeah, I tell us law separate and distinct from legality, and then corporate policy is still separate and distinct, from the legal process. So step by step. However, listen to this interaction.
Brother, beg you for me tearing elder, please and thanks. Me not tell you me date of birth, elder me a deal with that. You no respect elder, so me no elder me respect. Elder, please and thanks for my tearing. You know, say if you did give me tearing, you would have to ask me that elder with all of my respect. Would have given me ID long time.
Listen to the respect where the brethren, the presumed citizen, are give to the policy enforcer. A whole bunch of respect. Now the young constable around there are going to give the reason why him thinks that what him do is lawful. Him totally confused, totally has been misled. You know what I mean? By some supervisor like this brethren in front of him where he's clueless. This is why I say we have an unlearned bunch of people out there where are create mischief unknowingly at the detriment of the presumed citizen or the people. Yeah, man, the people are suffering under this tyrannical rule where police can do what they want to do arbitrarily and get away with it. How we gonna get any kind of change when these people not have the knowledge to know when they are committing a crime? God, them are the criminal when them interfere with your liberty. God, them are go outside of them constitutional oath and allegiance, their legal duty. Them are violate their legal duty. You understand? And I maintain some kind of corporate policy for profit. It's always for money. They sell their souls for money. They sell their mothers and their fathers and down to their very daughters for money. It's all about them. You understand? Just them and themselves, literally. Because the moment you think about family, you're going to look upon everyone as such. You're going to make sure say, when me approach this money, me deal with it according to the rules, according to the laws that are in place. Now I'm going to make up my own thing and say, boy, yeah, that is it. Hold on.
Because of you were obstructing the police while conducting his lawful. What do you mean obstructing the police? Disorderly conduct. Behavior out here in public. So bro, causing people to be disturbed while going about their lawful abode. I mean alone did out there. Indecent language. I mean alone did out there. I mean alone did out there. Or refusing to produce a name and address to the police. Elder, you come at this is the first thing this man you come slap me in my tongue and tell me say me assault him. We don't need to argue, sir. I don't ask you again. So where you try for it? Where you try for it? What?
That means the police were supposed to come with the authority as a supervisor and come and assault the man by slapping the man in the chest, breaking the law right there. Nothing now come out of it because people ignore these things. Them say, yeah, the police have authority. They don't. Because I guarantee the only reason one can get away with that is because they have a firearm. And it demonstrates that a man, when I care about them firearm, would disarm them easily. So if you not come and deal with law, then don't come at all. Wait until people in them criminal capacity where you can express it by way of video body cam recording, where the evidence are going to speak for itself. Them call it self-evident proof. You don't have to tell a lie, you don't even have to tell a story. You understand? But you people don't want to deal with things lawfully. Yeah, you just use the word loosely. Yeah, man, but even uno, because of no state of capacity, corporate, yeah, uno only can follow script. Only can follow a script. But as we go along and through the process of time, the people are going to naturally attain this level of information clarity and move forward.
Charge you have? What charge you have, bro? See, camera, that's what I record, you know all about, you know. So that's you when you hit me in my chest. You hear Elder? That's you when you hit me in my chest. Elder, me now give me my TRN and me give you my ID. You process my ID and give back my ID. What you hold on for my TRN for? For what reason? What information? You have this. I need your date of birth, please. I address.
Yeah, I'm tell you, sir, when say you need your birth, date of birth and you need your address, why is that? Because you're a colonized slave. And when you're going to present a document to him, what's going to happen is they're going to show him a document from the government of Jamaica by which this police officer is employed. So this is going to validate and verify that there is some kind of contractual agreement, on the table somewhere. Why? Because you're going to show him a government of Jamaica ID, and if him show you ID, it going to say government of Jamaica. Clarity, I people. Clarity, I people. Again, clarity, I West Indian, I Wakan. Tell you this office no normal, Tell you the information we share, it's subtle. Yeah, man. Parabitical. Because we not ram for bring our own, coin our own word to out there. But again, clarity. That's why we bring with information so we can replay it, then kind of reasoning, and meditate, contemplate, calculate. Yeah, step by step, people.
Well, say again. Then what you know? A brute force you know I use, Brute force you know I use. Brute force you know I use. Brute force you know I use. January Brown, 1991, July 22nd. You don't assault me, I see camera.
1991, 20. Look at that. All that money. 1991 when they are going with. And then money just a born 1991. It's like the warrior we drop when they talk about veteran around here, Warrior that they just turned police for 6 months in. Remember the warrior link, then I met me know say boy, yeah, join up and thing, I'm through a warrior in our community and thing, And them must say boy I'm kinda hurting me, but I want to do some workout with me a morning time. What time I push out on these things. But for whatever reason, we never catch up, because true, me not have no set time. We got this time, we got that time, we got any time. Sometimes I run 12 in the night, 11 in the night. Sometimes I run 4:30 in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning, 7. Sometimes I get them a midday run 12 in the day, 11, 1, 2 o'clock in the day. Sometimes, you know what I mean? So I don't have no set time. So it's like a hard for you to work with my program, because I'm not really program myself, literally. Just move accordingly. The next time when I just run one time for the week, 2, 3 times for the week, and that is it. But yeah, this brethren I did really look forward to a career, but again, life it cut short accordingly, and me I said, sure. Because more time as me I tell you, when I come across the ones and when them come in front of me is like I'm a children that me I look upon because I'm children them are them age group, they're not even much older than some or not much, you know, older than some or not much younger than others. But that's how we see them. And when we love them like how we would love our own children. It's like the artist Leela Ike through them said, she give her, she twisted from them a long time. Then I said, you know, I rate that little girl there, that little lady. Yeah, man, and her voice, her rate, and when I watch her personal behavior, because when I see she go on with herself out there, it's just that people might know her personal and say, make we expose it and thing. So this is never a girl that come and a dress like a man and a go on and a go on. That's why me always rate and respect Leela Ike. The other day, me I give a message, me said, me I said, Leah, we love you like, you know, like how we love our daughters. So when you view things that way they and carry it that way, that it remove a lot of the personal this and that biases where you might entertain. Yeah, look at the ones as yourself. Yeah, place yourself in a dear situation accordingly. And it's a whole different energy when you know you view it from that perspective. That's why I keep on I tell my people say, yeah, your point of view, man, your perspective, man, how you choose to look at a situation, your perception determine, you know, yeah, whatever, you know, conclusion where you might presume or assume. So if we have ones a reason with our people this way, then that's the Mickey Mouse garbage we're gonna see out there. We're blind and lead blind and dunce I try teach dunce. And everybody is being entertained and getting paid well for the nonsense out there. But a time will come when this kind of truth become priceless, become truly meaningful, yeah, and become absolutely a useful tool, yeah, to live autonomously. So again, the brave may fall but never yield. So we stay consistent, yeah, we stay resolute in our pursuit of truth, where most of our people run from. Yeah, man.
You slap me in my chest a while ago. Slap me, that's me feel it. And come and tell me, say, me assault your head. What if I not give me eye? I do not know. But if I come phone and say, go on and try it.
Now, the only reason why them police you know, escalate the situation, just listen to the narrative of the people. The people see the injustice and I speak on behalf of the presumed citizen, that gentleman right there. So this is why I say the police have to just stand down and you know what I mean, if they would come with the squad, them SWAT team, them, you know, are the Batman ones, them when I not talk but us go in and start bully people, most of the people that get quiet. Literally, because this is how our people is. The moment them and come and you know what I mean, and them say all two of the real hothead, them never talk or them know say hey, later them man will come mash them up. So only because the people and the, you know them work location and them must speak on behalf of the injustice, the wrong that is being perpetrated by the policy enforcers who should be law enforcers by way of their oath of allegiance. However, something else will go on because you see this man is supposed to be the high ranking officer and him come and slap the man in the chest and him not deny it. You understand? I mean, know nothing now to come out of this car. At the first, I say this one, a glimpse it through the YouTube, you know how them things go. So it not make mainstream. And this is, you know, the kind of situation where the presumed citizens have to face on a daily basis. Well, one class of the presumed citizen, we have a next class when I experience none of this kind of interaction, period. Yeah, them are the presumed elite class where them say them on the other side of the fence. Yeah, where for them skin tone and complexion and bloodline is usually foreign from the original native of this location. So we do comprehend those kind of distinction, the class distinction, the prejudice, not necessarily racist. And these fancy people are who employ these kind of Moorish, maroonish policy enforcers because they're always in business to capture the West Indians or to capture anything them can capture so them can monetize. Anyway, you know, we speak already, you know, in our parables at times. So for the one that we can deduce and get it, smile out there with me. For the others, be patient. You'll soon attain your clarity.
What no I try for the brother? What no I try say? What no I try do? What no I try do? Do which work? I mean, alone did out there, so, and the guy talking to you. Me just tell him my date of birth, you know. 1991, July 22. Brother, I'm saying 19.
Yeah, the police say I'm doing lawful duty. So me I tell them I say I'm not slave, but you know, unaware of it. And when I talk this way, someone will get offended and dislike me. But through my care zero, because I truth me and talk, me not going to offend nobody intentionally. Sometimes we have to shock you people this way. We have to present information a certain kind of way to shock you. You understand? Yeah, man, because outside of being shocked, I'm not going to get it. And even when I get the information, then cognitive dissonance set in. And that's look and say, I too much, that's too much thing. I'd rather be a slave. I'm comfortable being my citizen. Anjo, and Juliet, we want 5,000, we want 20,000, we want road fix, we want this, and we want this, and we want this. And this too. So they are comfortable in their capacity of voluntary servitude. By their own free will, they can't get involved. This is why I'm being specific. I talk to the Awakan. Yeah, man. One Nestorian king. One Nestorian king. And we say Neogenian, meaning we're on a much higher level in our thinking capacity. And I say we're better than you know. We just say we are choose to apply ourselves. So we view things different from you. And we are choose to approach it different from you. And that's all it is. So my people, don't be afraid. Really, really, we do have remedy naturally.
91, 22. Me never say 92, me say 22. And watch out. Yo, go and hold my phone. Record for my phone. If he would have not done anything, the police would not have been here. Think about what
Hear them sentence structure there from the police. If he would have not done anything, the police would have not be in here. Them full of argument to say, dance like rat, but you know, no, them probably come out of one of them rural bush area there. But when you give them a gun, them forgot the oath of office. Totally, them just tell themselves that them are God and them are cockies, because them have all of the girls that me, listen to me now, I'm going to start make the young warrior them take on a girl and treat them exceptionally well. So I can't get them again and take care of some of the children and treat them exceptionally well. So not even the children like you know again. This is where we have to teach our young warriors them how to carry and conduct themselves honorably. And then teach the women to appreciate such men of honor. Not what them a promote out there. You understand? Like if you're not criminal, you're not getting a say. I guarantee if them da accuse me of shooting up, boy, oh God, my platform would be the biggest. Because I would have be an express criminal. You understand? And if me that promote and advocate for stuff like that, same thing. Because I would have highlight criminal. But my thing about freedom is just that everything, would I say intertwined. So we share with information accordingly. Most of the time when I really have input outside of what we are present from our perspective, from our point of view, which is grassroots. So again, salute, salute, salute.
That's not the point, sir. That's not the case here today. Yes, so you need to teach your employees so when they see police, hold on, pan.
But you warrior, man. Real warrior, man. Yeah, man. Real Awakan, man. You understand? Man is not intimidated because I know I'm not doing nothing wrong. You understand? Yeah, man, and sometimes that's all they need. Just give us some clarification. Yeah, tell me, so you want this and you want that. Why? But express tone already. The moment you give them a government ID, they confirm the facts that yes, there is a presumed contract and they can do what they want with it. But a man like me, when they give them a world passport, them brain shut down. Them have to make a call. And then them have to decide to break the law. Them have to intentionally choose to break the law. Because by the time when you present them with a private identification, when affiliate or associate with their political construct, then them not have no authority there. Now you're in an international arena. So when them run the world passport, them are going to say where it has been in existence since 1948, 1950s, even before the 1961 independence, my people. So you see the level at which part we there now we have function. This is why them have to choose to oppress with, choose to abuse with. And if them could, them would have literally destroy with, but them not have them authority there. Them not get that from the Almighty. It's up to you people, I'm not asking you if you agree with me, I present information and I said, choose to apply yourself. If me I speak this and I speak it this way, go do the research and then come and rebut what I'm saying so I can learn. Because we're totally and completely receptive to learning. Just, present some rebuttal so we can have a, formal or informal discussion. And then I man can learn. Now when you can't, watch me now. Yeah, give me a leg up, man. Give me a strength, man. If it's even a little encouragement, man, so we can maintain and continue in our pursuit. Because if you don't have this truth, don't fight I. Don't fight I. When you validate and say it's a truth, do not fight I. Give us a leg up, man. Give us a strength. You understand? Validate what we are saying. Just validate it. Because in your pursuit of validating to rebut what we are saying, you're going to enter a brand new world. You're going to enter that brand new world. You're going to enter the brand new world. What we call New Earth, my people. Later, my information then going to become priceless. These recordings I'm gonna be like manly all recordings. Yeah. Information by timeless and lasts for ages. Yeah, man. However, step by people. Salute our work warrior out there. We give thanks for how you stand up, youth. We give thanks for how you express yourself, youth. And we give thanks for you never aggressive enough to buy into the part where they make you have to do anything for them really press criminal assault and battery charge against you, my youth. You have a voice. Sometime, it's good to express yourself. But again, you have knowledge, my king, and you express it. Most of us do not have knowledge. We just love talk. You understand? We just love talk and can't verify absolutely nothing what we are saying when we are talk. So so what you are talk now is crap. You understand? This is why we say verify what we are saying. And then you show the respect that is due. Keep it simple. Keep it honorable. We've lost our honor, my people. So we have to maintain a higher discipline than these public servants, public officers, public officials out there. Yeah, man, God, them have no honor. And them always initiate the conflict. And what them always do when them initiate the conflict, through them know they are in dishonor. Them no bother talk about discussion for verify jurisdiction. Them not talk about negotiation for make sure so them settle and compensate. Them go straight to arbitration where them have them trapped with their court, their judge, their prosecutor, and their police with his fictitious, frivolous, again, frivolous witness statement, which is used by the conspiratorial court clerk, magisterial clerk, as evidence of a crime. So they might use a fictitious witness statement as evidence as a purported crime without a victim. So I'm on going burn down the traffic division, the traffic area, and burn down and burn up the traffic police in all their capacity, because them outside a constitutional law and only can enforce corporate policy, meaning them are outlaw, rogue, criminal. We salute and respect law enforcement officers. We detest totally all policy enforcers. Detest them because them are commercial vendor. Fire burn.
Because many are no.
Make sure you record everything.
Because many are no back.
Make sure you record everything.
Hey, up top of traffic in the house that you in place. Tell them get fast.
Live up on one side. One side, one way. That's where we come from. We live up the years now. No so-called a child. Just go run, you know you need to go do. Go run John R. Brown file. Go run it a Black River call Black River. Run it headquarters. But just go run the file. You like me a gunman, brother. Me I used to talk just. Well, you know, say before you come around this, we just around this one, say you alone, me respect around this. And you see when you come here, you assault me. That's the only thing you do when I rate, you know. You can't try to step out there, that's why you lick me in my face. In my chest, no, you're shy shield in, you know. But you see, at the way, no. This one here, you're shy shield in, but don't put that on your head, man. And you see to give it good force for your hand with.
Now, my people, you see the necessity for your own personal body cam. The moment you go engage with these people, you just hit a button and it will record it. And even if them stop it and mess around, it will go somewhere where they are them use it as evidence. So this good presumed citizen, this brethren here would have the evidence to show him, would even tell them, just replay it to the public. I said, so we're the officer assault me, where I break the law, boom, at the get-go. So it wouldn't be no back and forth discussion. This is why I say we have to only in an effort to protect ourselves. Because if we are criminal, we don't need no camera for do, record nothing what we are doing. Because we're criminal, we don't want those kind of recording. Same thing with the police, because none of them are criminal, they don't want these kind of recordings. Them know them actions is criminal, them take the oath, them take the allegiance, them subscribe these things, they write these things, read it. You know what I mean? So they know them are break the law when them are act outside of the constitutional provisions. They know them are do that. You understand? So they don't want it being recorded. What I'm gonna do is try institutionalize the people for say respect authority, brainwash them that way. And then put the police image in their costume and say this is authority. And I say, hey, to hell with that. By what standard can I say them are authority? What give them that right? Where is the authority? Guys, only a enforceable contract can give them any kind of authority, period. Which judicator want rebut what me I say? When the where is she or he? This is why them have to suppress this kind of information on this kind of platform and try really suppress this kind of man. Our information remove the presumed authority from these policy enforcers. Rather than now enforce law, they can only enforce policy. They can only interact with a piece of paper called a legal entity. Because I'm in a legal capacity. Prove what created the presumed government. A statutory instrument. Let me express it clearly. So when I talk fallacy, I say prove me wrong. Come publicly and make a reason and present your information as rebuttal. You cannot. You can hide in some office space somewhere and teach the corporate fallacy to our people, deceiving and misleading our people, carrying them into some commercial sea. This is why they're all lost at sea, presumably. Until now. Until now. Yeah, man. Clarity, honorable clarification. Clarity.
When you finish,
Just turn on the camera. Just turn on that. Just turn on it. Just after anything, turn on it. No, after anything, turn on the camera. Just turn on the camera. Just turn on the camera. No, when you listen, turn on it, turn on. When you listen, turn on it, turn on. You just turn on the camera.
You hear him ask him ID and then I walk away from him. You know what I mean? Him a request the return him identification. But what him not understand is that the government can put that in their pocket and go with it. You understand? And then give it back at any time when them choose. Why? Because the property of the government is just that. Just like when you assume to be that legal person or entity, then you become the property of the government, giving them that absolute right to do what they want with you. Remember, the legal entity can't speak, so if you don't speak for yourself to rebut it and bring honorable clarification by way of the separation of entity, then the presumption will stand. So my people, not sister, me carry this thing on a much different level. When I sister, the information we share over here is a whole different thing from what are going out there. Everything else we are going out there. Remember, in our advocacy is freedom. Freedominion, freedom in, and about popularity, and about money. You understand? It's about clarity. You understand? It's about truth. Yeah, man.
Should have any African country there. I should have one African country there, man.
Remember, me tell you that camera, I did
How you call it now? Self-defense. Move what I see. Come back in your business place, boy. Come back in your business place. Come back in your business place. Come back in your business.
You see a brute force where you want. You see any brute force where you.
You hear all the people them are aiding, so him not get carried away and I walk them down, and next thing him got accidentally bounce upon them, or him attack and probably trip and accidentally bounce on them, and then that would be the end of it. So the people are given the right advice. The people and is there to support this gentleman and speak on his behalf, and it de-escalate a situation that could easily become catastrophic. What people not comprehending, so the moment you have what I call a firearm, eh, always know danger is there. You can always presume a firearm is not just loaded enough, it's charged. You understand? Meaning it's ready to go. So, it's always every precaution. It's like when, you train a certain way where them say, the very first and most important thing is caution. You understand? Meaning the safety of not just you, but everyone involved. This is why when I say on the news where licensed firearm holder probably have children where get access to the weapon, they say, listen, them thing that is unacceptable. I can't tell ones that. Yeah, man, and I can't say that only because I grew up in America, first world country, where, as most people know, you can go inside a store and purchase anything where you want, irrespective of what people say. Outside of that, you can attain anything where you want, freely and easily. Why? Because that's how they manufacture these things. So you will get it on the black market or on the white market. You know what I mean? And anything and everything, the moment you go take up any tool, you have to, read the manual so you can learn how to use and operate these things, and even go further by, taking courses or lessons, for go them system to attain these things. This is why them have location where you have militia people where do them thing privately. You know what I mean? I won't have a problem for a small fee. I teach you all kind of irregular technique, meaning gorilla. Yeah. And all of these things I can apply, and try to pursue in your own private capacity. You can just, find out how you can get a little, this training or that training or this course or that course, you know what I mean? And you apply yourself privately and then you sit on all of your little knowledge where you keep until later you choose to share a little information here and there or, you improve. That's all it is. You have to do this thing. I forgot sign up and go be now military soldier for learn how to, act militant or become militant or learn a certain kind of discipline. It's just like you want to learn about computer, you have to go in a school to learn that. No, you can go to a computer professional who have probably already been to school and mastered it. And then for a little money, you can teach you some tricks. So these are situations where our people have to start looking to opposed to just sit like some, cattle away to be slaughtered. However, again, with us share information on a level where people can contemplate, can think about, can calculate, and not get carried away. You understand? There's always, his story, your story, our story, you know what I mean? All kind of stories. Why you not writing yours? Don't allow me to write your story for you. Express yourself freely. This is what we is about. This is our freedom movement, our work in the nation as a society, and and a community is actually a freedom movement. So we evolve naturally. Salute. What is it? Sergeant. Yeah, man. What's his name again? Roach. Kirk Roach. Yeah, man. Top police sergeant from Waterford. Good man. Honorable man. Yeah, man. I think his name Kirk Roach, something like that. I remember the first time I interact with him, asked me, what you deal with? Is this a movement? You know what I mean? Cause I'm going to one of them discussion that down in office down at Elliston Road, where we'd actually in a discussion for me have a tapes for more than an hour, about 90 minutes worth of reasoning. I don't think them know me that record that day. Yeah man, cause me always we subtly a record, cause I'm telling you we have recording one can say and there will be hidden recording where we're not going even we're not just clueless about. Yeah man. But that's when the brethren really I said to me, say, boy, them thing is above my head, but I forgot to take it to, our learned colleagues. So I must say, you must forgot carry it in my coat, because I don't know them thing what me I talk about. Yeah, man, and that's when I go into the court and face Chief Judge Chester Crooks for the first time. And this is when Chief Judge Chester Crooks, honorable, kind of honorable in his capacity at that time. Yeah, man, this is when he bowed to me, literally, hands in the air above his head, like Freemason is in trouble. And he bowed to me. Remember, I was a good judge. Remember, I've done the right thing. You're welcome to sit in my court anytime. Yeah, Chief Judge Chester Crooks, honorable at that time. And throw my back and forth in them traffic court. By the time you look, them I charge me again. I right in front of the Chief Judge again. I end up one big massive court, one big excitement and brethren. Again, me kind of irritated and tired of the mess. So all I asked the Chief Judge in that court was, who are you? And the brethren just said, what's your contempt? I said, what the mess is this? I said, what kind of conspiracy is this? Just by asking you to identify yourself, all you have to do is not Chief Judge Chester Crooks. Is say, oh, I am Chief Judge Chester Crooks. You should be familiar with me. Oh, listen, I see so much I want to brethren. You don't carry me in a rotted circle where people, if you check the record, I've been to these different courts and locations over 100 times. Them have me a dance back and forth because me I said, me want to see what them are going to do. And all them do I play games and games and games until that time in 2022 and I say, all right, a business I'm not deal with, well, me I settle right here and acknowledge and accept these things. And them charge me $14,000 after 2 years. No pound fee, because I never impound my car. My pro box was right there. Well, let me didn't impound it, and when we start the court, them go back for it and bring it back at Elliston Road and arrest my vehicle right there. All of that at the time, them lose my vehicle keys and a couple other things, which was minor. And I get my car and I do my thing. And these sodomites remove the Road Traffic Act, these gay parliamentarians, because that's what it is, a bunch of gay, pompous, unlearned sodomites. Then remove the Road Traffic Act 1938, Part 2 and Part 4. And by doing that, this is when them abrogate, abridge, and infringe upon our fundamental rights. By doing that, because the Constitution itself, which is the law, said Parliament shall make no law, and no organ of the state shall take no actions to abrogate, abridge. So when they remove Part 2 and Part 4, that's where they remove the provision that express the commercial vehicle, the non-commercial vehicle provision that say you're not supposed to license register your vehicle with these people because it's contractual. And if they not express it as such, meaning they not tell you about the consequences which may arise from contracting with the state or the government. Because you're not really contract with the state, you're contract with the government. Because the government is separate and distinct from the state. The government is the fiscal agent of that Commonwealth state, my people, which is a republic. So don't let these dunce tell about republic here and republic there. It's because you colonize and you have limited information. You understand? So them are going to play that nonsense with y'all out there. Like round here, them play close attention and you're going to see them come up with something for counteract all of what me I say right here. This is what them do. Them listen to me and try to find all kind of counteraction. You see some little skit come and them say, we're this and we're that, and I just laugh. And I said, them baby steps there is irrelevant. We want to see true change. You understand? We want to express the fact that how on our act outside a constitutional law constitute treason. It's treasonous act. When you move against I, when you move against the people, it's treasonous act in all its capacity, in all its variation. It's treason. And the penalty for treason is death. This is our truth. This is self-evident truth. So when the people reach a level for grasp or may express and comprehend the reality of what them experience, then we're going to see true change naturally. Ones that don't know say, oh, this is what them call trees, and make we correct ourselves before we get in a trouble. Naturally. But if there's nothing there, then there's no correctness. It's hopeless. Truly.
You want to go do it, yeah? And they brute force where you want to go do it. Yeah? You come up on slap me, you know the sense and I tell you to be outside. You find out. Keep up with your law enforcement. Keep up with your law enforcement. You hear? Brother, keep up with your law enforcement and your intimidation. That me I tell you, you hear? Right now,
Good warrior that not enforce law. If them did not enforce law, number one, the supervisor wouldn't put him on you by way of an assault. Number two, them wouldn't even interact with you and I give you that command and a demand, compel performance. So that is not law. That is corporate policy. You understand? Corporate policy is separate and distinct from law. You understand? This is where them are presume that you're a slave and them have complete and total authority over you. And they want you to show them an ID to verify and validate that presumption, which you did. Now them not have to continue anymore. You understand? But if you pursue them can do what they want with you and get away with it. Unless they get an attorney for play some game for a bunch of years and them settle when you really stumble upon information where you're not supposed to. They'll settle. You understand? And when them don't want any precedent being set, they'll settle quietly. But you have to know law. You have to know the truth for stand your ground. And when it's stand your ground, it's a righteous cause. Whatever the consequences, it's righteous. You understand? Please get it clear out that there is a distinction between generality and specifically, between generality and specificity. There is such a distinction, people. Learn it, man. Learn it.
Brother, you need to go teach them if you have respect. Go teach them look a young youth if you have respect, brother. You hear what me say? Where you go? You puff my chest. Yo, go around there so go tell me you puff my chest. Big man like you there so I tell lie after you look me in my chest you there so I tell lie. Brother, for what? That me no want to do. Beat you up. Now you me see a science me deal with. You're deaf. A science me deal with.
You hear the sergeant make an offer to the presumed citizen. I say, come beat me up now. You know want to beat me up. I guarantee if him not have that firearm, he would never make an unlawful statement like that. He would never do it. Most of them would never do it, I'm telling you. The moment them get this firearm in their possession, they throw away the oath of allegiance that they subscribe to. This is why we have to start requesting so we can see it and express to them. So you read it. What does it say? And what's the penalty for this violation? This is how we have to approach these people going forward, my people. And I am going to have to bring this kind of information so the people can become familiar. So there is a process to approach these people lawfully, not legally. Lawfully. You can't approach them legally. You understand? Yeah, man, you have to approach them lawfully because that's what them supposed to do, and that's what them have them out of office under the law, not under some legal policy. So we have to be specific and have them be specific. Yeah, you want to talk to maturity, here it is. You want to arrest maturity, here it is. You want to charge maturity, here it is. You want to bill maturity, here it is. You understand? Again, as we go along, we express ourselves a little bit more and bring some more clarity. Again, salute people out there. Complete gratitude for the time. Complete gratitude for, y'all presence out there where really give an ear to the information where we choose to share. Again, gratitude, subscriber. It's not a low IQ thing over here. It's definitely not a no IQ thing over here. Much higher level. However, we're grassroots. You understand? So I feel like so we are pushed this level here, we forgot where we are come from, which is grassroots. And never nothing easy I come up from that stage, from that level. So we not forget where tech. We not forget where tech. From where youth, we are experience situation where everybody look at we a little bit different, like a black sheep. So we not get involved in too much of the group, You understand? We not get too much of the, we get the what left. It's only for most, so we always have a granny where we look at us as the favorite. So when we get in at that little capacity with the granny will always take care of it. Yeah, man, I care what we do. Yeah, we can always rely on granny. Yeah, man, always. Anyway, out there with that.
Better me not have to do it up, man. Take set for me and you see. Take set for me and you see for my own rights. You hear? I feel like me a criminal. You can't road force me because me a no criminal, brother. You hear? You hear?